I randomly do that ever since that movie. I'm just like,
Dude, I was at the Clippers game, and they played that. Like, is that a legit song?
yeah. Well, it's not
I
a legit
never.
song. It's him. It's actually Matthew McConaughey. Like, it's a They do that at the hockey games too.
Yeah, I was like sitting there, and you just start hearing that, like that beat, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is Wolf of Wall Street."
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. Matthew McConaughey. He's probably in the movie for like 5 minutes at the most.
Yeah,
Idol, man. My next whatever. But great guy. But really quick, I'm gonna do this. I always do this in the beginning. I don't know why you would be here, like not knowing this, but there's spoilers ahead.
yeah.
Definitely watch the movie. You guys can 100% recommend it. Funny, entertaining. Man, the movie is 3 hours, and I was entertained all 3 hours. Like I know it's a long movie, but it's still like entertaining.
Did you say it was Scorsese's best film?
Scorsese has done a lot. Funniest one, like the most truest one. I was telling him I'm gonna cuss a lot in this movie because that's the only way to review this movie. I don't cuss a lot, but this movie it's gonna make you cuss a lot. King Banana says he improvised that scene.
Oh, that's cool.
The look Leo has is genuine confused. Leo
Yeah.
should have got an Oscar for this.
He was probably looking for Scorsese, being like, "What the hell is he doing?"
That's probably why improvising it made it work so much better, because he had that look of like, I mean, this is your first day at the job, and you're out to lunch with like one of the CEOs essentially, like, and this guy's like taking hits and drinking until he's gonna pass out and talking about how many times he masturbated. Like I would be like, oh crap, what did I get myself into?
Like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know already, I say this a lot. Like those are rookie numbers, and this is where I got it from.
Yeah. There's rookie numbers in this racket.
You're gonna up like Eddie was talking about. He's like, how many times do you masturbate? He goes
Yeah.
like, do you masturbate? He goes like, yeah, I do.
4 or 5 times. That's another. I don't even know how you answer that question, because it's like, I know this guy is weird as shit in front of me, but like, do I give him an honest number, or do I just hit him with a
Truth.
a reasonable number?
Yeah, reasonable number. Kim Banana says he was looking for the director and was confused, but just kept going with it. Apparently, Matthew does that on the regular before shooting scenes. Oh wow!
Oh, nice. I did not know that.
What's up, Trey? What's up, Danny? Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But I think we get this banner off. But let's go over the cast, and I got some pictures really quick of all the cast, and this is great. This movie was great, man. Like, this was easy. So we'll start with Leonardo DiCaprio playing as Jordan Belfort.
So yeah, that's why this was the scene I was going to tell you about backstage, because I was like, I didn't realize this till I read it somewhere online, where like when he takes those Quaaludes and he goes down the steps, like the way he sees the steps, they're a lot longer. And then when it's out, it's a lot shorter steps. It's only like 4 steps or something.
Yeah. Yeah. When he
So
first
it's like
gets there, yeah, you see this.
his perception the whole time. And then I love when he goes back home and he tries to strangle.
Yeah.
his face.
Oh, yeah. Get off the phone.
You know what he looked like there? God, I just saw it for the first time. He looked like from What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I'm like,
Yeah,
he
you
channeled
can see
that.
His young
man.
face. Yeah. I'm so glad I got that scene.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, but like King Banana said, like he should have won an Oscar for this movie, man. Like through the whole movie, he's like what's it called Leo, whatever. And he's also funny, serious, and this is the only person I could see play this role, to be honest.
Yeah,
He did a great job.
yeah. I don't think that you can say anything bad about him. It just shows how great of an actor he is. Because this whole thing is super believable, even though It's kind of over the top in some points,
Yeah.
but he definitely makes it so you're like, yeah, I believe that this happened. You know, it's weird enough that it's like, this is a true story.
Especially in the beginning, he comes across as like humble and like, fresh and green and like, not very kind of shy, and then like very quickly he changes into, this character for the rest of the films.
Well,
Funny.
isn't that what they say? Like, that's what money does. Like, it brings out those bad aspects of your personality when you get kind of too much money.
Definitely. Yeah. When you're
But-
getting money that fast too. It's a drastic change.
But that's the whole thing about it too. Like he's a wolf in Wall Street. Like he wants to be the top, the alpha, right, amongst other wolves. That's the energy he wants his company to have. Like everyone be a wolf. I'll be the alpha, but you guys, if you guys are as hungry as I am, you guys will be successful, right?
But the whole point was he was doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, of course. But now I feel like back in the 70s, 80s, like if you didn't take this chance back then, like you're like, a waste of time. These are the ones that got remembered, taken, obviously the wrong way, but they made a whole movie about this guy. Yeah. So we got Leonardo, and then we got I think Eddie, I told you about his teeth, right? Like I can't get over his teeth. All the time.
Yeah. He mentions it in the movie. Doesn't he? He mentions like those, what's with those teeth? Those real, when he's describing him, he describes him as like having like a wispy kind of look about him.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw it in the theater, I remember looking at him and thinking like, did he have fake teeth for this movie? Like he looks weird.
Yeah. It's funny because like there's this one scene where they're talking about like, hey man, like I gotta ask you a serious question. He goes like, what? Tell me anything. He goes like, I've been hearing that like you're like sleeping with your cousin.
Oh yeah.
Is it your first cousin? Your second cousin? Nah, she's my cousin. Like if any guy's gonna sleep with her, it's gonna be me.
Yeah. He's like, he says it all like, he's like, I don't know, like her dad is my mother's brother. Like, it's not a big deal. Oh man, that's a close cousin. Jesus, it's almost a sister, man.
I know we said this backstage, but what were they saying? Like, if you had a kid,
Yeah.
legitimate kid.
He's like, he's like, I don't want to get too personal, but like, aren't you worried? Like, your kids are gonna be okay? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, I got 2 kids. They're fine. That whole scene is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It's funny, dude.
But he's great too. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is like the perfect person for this one.
Yeah.
Is there another scene that caught your eye with this guy, Jonah Hill?
I think when he's
there's a
trying
ton.
to do that money exchange with John Bernthal, and he's pretending he's high,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "No, I'm just messing with you," but he like has him so pissed off.
Yeah, he gets mad at him, dude. He hates him.
Yeah.
The other scene, I like the scene when he's eating the fish. When he's like, on a fucking, what does he say? He says, on something Tuesday, you do this. This is what you do. You clean your desk or you clean your fish tank. And he grabs the fish. And he's like, that's another one I'll quote all the time, like with my brother or someone, like and I'm like, if I think like, why'd you do that today? I'll be like, on a fucking Tuesday. Or I'll say, of all days you do it. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a great scene. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Cash? Yeah. What else? There's another one. Oh yeah, there's this one right here.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Yeah, that was the one we were talking about yesterday or on Tuesday. That's how, cause I legit feel that way in the community. Sometimes people like with this Hulk, man, people be buying shit, and I'm like, how do these guys afford this shit? I'm like, you know what? Show me how much money you make right now. I'll quit my job. I'll work for you. Let me call up Mr. X 'X 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 '
It's funny because he calls his boss right after, and then like Leonardo goes like, "I don't know why I hired him, but I barely know this guy.
Yeah.
I hired him, but you know
Yeah.
I don't regret it or anything."
The other funny scene with him is when they meet Margot Robbie's character for the first time.
Oh
He's like,
God,
she's perfect.
That's
that was
also,
another scene that shocked me in the theater. I was like, whoa, shit.
When he whips it out, that's
Yeah.
fake. So
Yeah. Well, I figured. I was like, damn.
yeah.
and his wife comes and like kicks him out.
Yeah. Like, what are you
Like,
doing?
Yeah, actually, Brenton, like Eddie actually watched it. I watched it in the theater as well. Like I was like looking around, like, is everyone watching the same thing I'm watching? Like,
Yeah. I think I saw it with Adriana. I don't remember. It was 2013, so I had to have. We would have just been started dating, but I remember watching it with her and dying in the theater.
yeah, I didn't expect to die from this movie. I was
Yeah.
laughing so hard. I was like, this is like another like. I don't even know what to compare it to, but it's like I expected like a serious movie, like funny in some parts, but not this funny.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the like Super Troopers.
Yeah,
Like
in a
some kind
certain
of
way.
drama.
Yeah. But Brenton, where did you watch this one? Did you watch it at home or in the theater?
Yeah, I had the Blu-ray for a while. Like I didn't even take it out of the plastic for like a couple years, and then finally we just like sat down because I had no idea what to expect. Like I didn't ever hear anything about this movie,
Yeah, right. That's weird. Yeah.
and I finally was just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's finally. And we've had this movie for like 3 years now. Let's watch it.
What about you guys ever in the mall and walk by a Steve Madden shop and go Steve Madden? Every time I pass it in the mall, I look at Adriana, I go Madden.
Man, you know where I live. We don't even have that.
Oh shit!
Uh,
You hate to see it.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Norman? Yeah, let's keep going with the cast really quick. So, oh man, she's beautiful, and she's beauty, right? But her personality in this movie was beauty too, because she didn't take any crap from anybody. Like even her
Yeah.
husband, like I was like, dang, she could dish it out, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm surprised this didn't get talked about more. Of like why to watch this movie. You just needed 2 words: Margot Robbie.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
this is where, like, I fell in love with her. She's probably like my number one actress of all time. Like looks like the most beautiful actress I think of all time. But I think it was this movie where I was like really like, damn, she's fucking insanely hot. You know?
Man, imagine all those like 12-year-olds that like love Harley Quinn right now. When they find out
Yeah.
this movie exists.
'Cause 2013, she hadn't done a ton, right? So like, this might have been the first time I saw her. I'm gonna look right now to see like, what's the first couple of things. But I remember this was one of the first things that I saw her in.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
you
say it's
saw a lot
probably
of her.
the first one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
First time, and you've seen a lot.
This is like the rare instance where like the female character doesn't get lost because it's a male dominant, movie. She stands out a lot in this movie.
Yeah, but I love
And-
when
Yeah.
like she's mad at him and won't give him any, and then
Yeah.
he's like doing
She
that thing
tortures
with
him.
like his security is watching it through the teddy
Yeah.
bear.
And they're laughing at him. Yeah.
Hey Eddie, you're getting called out right now. Easy, Eddie. Maintain eye contact with us, fella.
Oh, I was I wanted to look up her roles, but this
Yeah.
was, at least from what I saw, this was one of her first films. That's probably why there's so much nudity, honestly, because like they're in the first ones, they always feel like they have to do a little more than they're really more comfortable with. So I feel like that's probably why, because nowadays, she tends to cover up a little more. So
A lot more, yeah, compared to
Yeah.
this one.
yeah.
Yeah. No, man, but she played it great. And then like the funny parts for me is when like he goes like, when she took me upstairs to get some tea, and yep, I slept with her for
Oh, yeah.
11 seconds.
11 seconds, yeah. I don't think anybody blames him for that one.
Oh, he says I got her confused with the actress from Joe Dirt. Who
Dude,
Joe.
she does look very similar to that.
Yeah, I can
Um,
see that.
I forgot her name, but yeah, she was on that same actress is from
White chicks.
now or My Name Is Earl. I used to love that show.
Oh, I never watched that one.
It's good, but she's on there. But yeah, they're very similar looking, dude.
Jamie Presley.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Where is she actually from? Because she did really well with that like Long Island accent.
She's probably from
let me
there.
see.
Probably from Jersey or something.
I don't know if it'll show it on her, like, or on Google or whatever.
Something Presley. Yeah.
Well, you got to go to IMDb.
Oh, born Queensland, Dalby. Oh, Australia.
She's Australian. What the
What?
fuck?
Yep.
Man.
And there
With
goes
Scottish parents.
Luke took another one. So
I know
Crocodile
Luke
Dundee.
has all the fucking. I'm telling you, all the hot girls. We talked about this once, I think.
yep.
Paul
we were going down
Hogan's
the
out
list.
there hanging with Margot Robbie. That's not
Yep.
fair.
Going to the next one. Our boy Matthew McConaughey.
I kind
It's
of wish
weird.
he was in longer. Like,
Yeah. Like a mentor from him. This is kind of where he became Jordan from. I'm guessing a lot of his personality is based off this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Drink cocaine, sex, cocaine, and everything else.
Yeah. It was a great scene. He's in like 2 or 3 scenes, but yeah, one of the best scenes of the film is with him in it. He doesn't. I'm trying to think if there's anything quotable from the other scenes that he does other than just when they're at lunch.
When is it?
Not really.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I don't remember if I was expecting to see him or not. I don't remember if he was in the trailers.
He wasn't.
And then, yeah, when I saw him in the theater, he's one of those ones. I feel like Matthew McConaughey has a lot of those roles where he's like, he just pops up and you're like, oh shit, it's Matthew McConaughey, you know?
Keenan is asking, did this movie launch him? No, this guy had a ton of movies before
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, look at Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's
how many
gotta be
people
one
are
of the
like,
earlier ones.
all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's another movie you've seen a million times. He's like, you know what I like about high school girls? I get
keep
older,
getting
they
older."
stay the same age.
Yeah. They did that on, they did that clip on Family Guy with Brian.
Yeah. The dog.
Yeah. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey's great, man. They picked a good role for him. If he was just going to have a little role, that was a good one.
I'm gonna play that clip one more time. The one I played at the beginning. Yeah. Man.
I like when he's like, when he's ordering the martinis, he's like, we'll take 2 martinis, and he's like, and then we'll take 2 more, and then bring us another 2 more every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out. He's like, and then he's like, I'll just have a water. Thanks. He's like, hey, he's new. Give him time. Like,
Oh
He's
man.
good.
And we got this guy, John Berthal as Brad. And I got this one.
My boy right there.
This Brad.
Fucking sell anything.
Why'd you do me a favor? Why'd you name down that napkin for me?
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
You know what I'm saying? He's
creating urgency.
that was great. Great iconic scene, too.
Yeah.
Now, this, I think, probably launched John Bernthal, because I don't know how much he was around prior to
don't know either.
2013.
I can't remember anything before that.
I mean, I've seen him pop up in other stuff that surprises me, like when he was, I think he was in that first season of Walking Dead, wasn't he? The cop's partner.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, he was like till season 2 or 3. He was still there.
What's he start yelling about? Doesn't he start yelling about something at this, like in this
Yeah,
scene too?
Well, he's sitting. They're sitting at lunch or whatever, and he's asking for ketchup, and he keeps asking for ketchup as they're talking. He's like, and then finally at the end of the scene, he's like, 4 fucking times I asked for ketchup, 4 fucking times, and then she starts coming with the ketchup. He's like, see, now she's running. Yeah, he's great, man. That scene that when they introduce him too is funny as shit. Like, cause he's working out right in his mom's backyard or whatever at home, like, cause he's a drug dealer, so he's living at home and he's a tough guy. He's working out and the kids are coming to buy drugs off of him, and he's like giving this one kid shit, and it's like you can't say anything to him because he's a friggin' scary ass drug dealer. But he's telling the kid like, "Hey, tell your sister I said hi," and like, like, why don't you bring some girls around or some shit. The kid's like, she says she doesn't want you to talk to her anymore. He's like, fuck out of here. He's just funny, dude. And then he's like, "Ma, we got chicken." Like, he's just funny, dude. He's a funny character.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, he was a great actor too. Like that one scene, I think we were talking backstage of when like he goes against Jonah Hill. He's trying to pick up the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to kick his ass so bad. He's so angry with him. He's like, "You better not show up high."
Yeah.
He also played a gangster in Shot Caller. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
It says he's in a ton of stuff, but this might be one of the like more iconic roles, like starting off, because he's probably plays like, like Walking Dead. It says he's in How I Met Your Mother, but I don't remember that.
Well, he looks older. Like his career kind of didn't take off till he was later in life.
Yep.
But Eddie, now he has a cool podcast, huh?
He does have a podcast. That's where I listened to that. He interviewed Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, whatever, however you say his name.
Yeah, I was just listening to that. Actually,
it's called Real Ones.
Real.
That's the only episode I've listened to, but I'm a big fan of Burnt Thumb, man. He, like, I don't know, he keeps it real and he talks about his past, because I guess he has some shit in his past that he, before he became an actor. And so if you want to check him out, pretty good podcast. And I like podcasts where like actors like this talk with other actors and like they just bullshit about life and stuff like that. So it's pretty good.
Samuel
Just
Jackson needs to go on there.
I was gonna say, just like the stream, Eddie.
Oh, dang! It's the fourth wall, man.
That's the fourth
wall break.
Samuel Jackson, he was like a coke addict. So
was he?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
he did lots of drugs. Like he was messed up before he became an actor.
That'll be good. I wonder if he does interviews, because on most of the podcasts that I've listened to, they've never had him as a guest. Like, I don't even know if Rogan's had him as a guest. Rogan's like the big one, He's had a lot of different guests on there.
Samuel Jackson, I think he's had him before.
He has?
I think so. I can look that up real quick.
I probably gotta listen to that one then.
Yeah, he has a really like messed up past before he got into acting.
Well,
I feel like a lot of those guys did. Like, Machete?
Yeah.
Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Him too. Like, he was in prison, and then like
For murder.
obviously all this shit. Yeah, and then he got a job as an extra, like on set one day. I forgot how he got like an extra part, but he was an extra, and they needed someone that looked like an ex-con or an inmate come in and like play this gangster character, and they saw him and they're like, oh, let's give this guy a shot because he looks like a gangster or whatever. And that's how his role started. So
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
About being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
This guy, I thought this guy was great. I know him like only from a couple shows. Like he was in the show, one of my favorite shows, Band of Brothers. It was on HBO.
Oh yeah, that show's great.
He's one of
I haven't
the
seen it, but I've heard of it.
I didn't even
lieutenants.
place him in that.
Yeah.
No kidding.
His name's Kyle Chandler. He plays Patrick Denham. But I love when he gets him on the boat. Tries to like tell him there's this deal I did with this one guy. It went off pretty well with him. Trying to help out his mom, but turns out his mom died. God bless her. I was like telling But yeah, I thought this guy played it great, and I love this scene right here where like Leonardo DiCaprio tells him like, do you want to be rich or you want to go home in the bus or the train, and
Yeah, in ball soup.
yeah,
What did he tell him? Sweating your balls off in the same old suit you wear every day or some shit like that. He told him.
Yeah.
To your ugly wife going home.
Jesus.
You know what? This might be one of the first movies I seen this guy in too, and I feel like he got a little bigger after this. I don't know how.
I feel like I saw him in like some kind of crime procedure television show.
He's in King Kong. That's where I first saw him. He plays the like good looking actor in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I knew him from.
Okay.
He's in this terrorist movie. I forget what the movie was called, but he's like a FBI informant. But I don't know. He played a great role in this one. Like
He's got a good like detective, like he's good for that kind of detective.
I mean, he looks
cop.
like a cop.
Yeah.
You just look at him and be like, he's a cop.
Yeah.
No,
But
I
it
do
was-
like when like Leonardo was trying to like mess with him, like fuck with him. Like he was taking it in for a good minute, but he was like, you know what? He started like joking
the
around
fuck
with
off my
him.
boat.
Yeah.
I like what he's like. Can you say that again? Just how you said it.
Exactly.
Just like that. And he's like, what? He's like, that last part. Say it again, but just the same way you said it. And he's like, no. He's like, I didn't say anything. He's like, you just tried to bribe an FBI agent. And he's like, no. Technically, there was no amount offered in exchange for services. I like, and then as he's walking away, I like where he's got the money. Look, fun coupons, his entire life salary right here. And he's throwing lobster. Here, take lobster with you. And he's like, I'm going to have Mindy lick caviar off my balls.
Oh man,
But
that's
there he is. Yeah, there he is on the subway home. He called it.
It's weird because at the end of the movie, they send Leonardo back, to jail, and he goes back home. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
captured that scene.
Yeah, because it's like, you got him, but what did you get for it,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like, he was right. You're just going to go home, same shit, different day.
I love this guy, man. Well,
He's
like
in
his
another
friends.
show that Adriana's watching right now.
He's
saw
in
him on-
911.
That's what it is? Is that
Yeah.
operator show where it's like about
Yeah.
the different operators?
He's Chimney. He's related. He's married to from the 90s. She was Jennifer Love Hewitt on that show.
Yeah, she's hot. I remember looking at the show and being like, damn, his wife's hot.
And there's this. I know this is like a scene that is mixed up, but he shows his face right here.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Oh man.
Should just do that like at the end of every stream. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
No, do you guys remember the scene where like they're talking to that? I guess he's a gay guy that's like stole from them.
Oh yeah.
So he stole from them, and they're questioning him, like Leonardo and everybody. And this guy gets off his chair and he just starts beating the crap out of him,
Yeah.
like mobster style.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they hang him over the banister. Then they're like, "What's your friend's name?"
The guy's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but like,
Yeah, because they find out that they had like all these like parties when he was gone.
orgies.
Yeah, and what the wife comes home and she's like, "You'll never believe what they were doing all over our stuff."
Why did you fucking tell me? He's like, oh yeah, there was two of them right there. Like, oh. Man, this movie was definitely graphic, man. They showed everything. But
I'm actually kind of surprised it was made in the time it was, because I feel like a lot of groups were probably offended.
right.
2013 wasn't too crazy yet. It wouldn't be made today. 100%.
No way. Hell no. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like 2013 was that far away.
It's fucking 10 years almost. A lot can change in a decade.
Who else did I have? I had this guy. So there's this scene where everyone's getting pumped, and you just see this guy like for a second, he's just beating the crap out of a bat just to like get his anger out. And it's this scene where he breaks the bat, and he's like super happy.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ethan Suplee. I listened to his podcast too. It's called American Glutton, where it's like all about health and fitness. And
I didn't know he had one.
He interviews a lot of different actors and health people, and he was actually talking about one of the scenes on his podcast because he has a big drug past. Like he was an alcoholic, drug addict, and you know he has a lot of that in his past. And so when he was filming this movie, he had already got sober and quit drugs, all that, and started losing weight. And he said that when they were doing the beginning scene where Jordan's with the hooker, and with the straw and the cocaine, he said that they called him in and they're like, we need Ethan on set. Like nobody say anything. We need him on set. And he's like, why? Like I'm not filming anything today. So they called him in and he's like, what's going on? They're like, look, we're gonna shoot this scene of Leo doing cocaine off this hooker's ass, but like we don't know how to get the cocaine in her ass, and we were wondering like how do you do that? And he's like, what are you asking me for? Like they're like, well, we know that you used to do a lot of drugs in your day. And he's like I never did that. But I remember him talking about that scene. It was funny.
But I think it was, remember the Titans?
Yeah, he was
remember the
huge.
Titans.
And I think he was in like American History X.
I don't think
I've never seen that movie. Yeah,
And
he's in Boy Meets World. That's where Adriana knows him from.
And Mallrats.
Oh yeah, Mallrats. Yeah, I remember. And he's in My Name Is Earl too with what's her name, Presley.
Oh, okay, everybody's because Earl from that was in Mallrats too. Was it Jason Lee? So.
Yeah, I think the director of that show is how they were linked or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But he has a bunch of like little roles in everything. I feel like Ethan Suplee.
I can't believe you guys never saw American History X though.
Not yet. No,
Like you need to see that. If you like Edward Norton, that's like one of his like best roles ever.
I gotta check it out.
And he gets jacked for that movie.
Really? Edward Norton? Wow.
He's a jacked white supremacist. So.
Wow.
I just remember hearing about that in school, and where he curb stomped somebody or something.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I don't want to see that.
Did you see the scene with this guy and that other the Asian dude hit like early on when they had just started Stratton Oatmon or whatever the name of the thing is? They it's that party when the girl's shaving her head for 10 grand. You could see like once the strippers come in, him and the Asian dude are fighting over a stripper, and like he pulls her out of his arms, and then they like fall to the ground and start wrestling because they're mad over the stripper. That part is funny.
Oh man, I didn't get to see that. I'll probably have to rewatch it again. That's funny though. Yeah, but great guy. And then I grabbed some memes or some like quotes from the movie. Here's Mad Max. We call them Mad Max because of his hair trigger temper, which could be set off by something as innocuous as a ringing telephone.
Yeah.
This is what's his name? He directed like Sleepless in Seattle. He was the director for it. And he also was in that movie with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
He's not Rob Reiner, is he?
Yeah.
He is?
I believe. Yeah.
Because he plays, he's in Dickie Roberts. I don't know if you ever seen that movie with David Spade.
No.
You ever seen that, Casual?
No.
So it's pretty funny, but it's like David Spade plays this guy that's like a child actor that kind of has nowhere. He's not an actor anymore. His life's gone downhill, and he's trying to get a job, and so he's valet parking for a restaurant, and he's valet parking this guy's car, but he ends up having to leave during work, like because I think he had what do you call it when they go interview for a show or whatever, like an audition. He had an audition or something, so he's in this guy's car, and he takes this guy's car to the audition, and he doesn't realize it's Rob Reiner's car. So when he's driving to the audition, he gets in a fight on the way there at a stoplight. He's like, fuck you. And it's this big steroid looking dude that comes out, and he's like, I'm going to kick your ass. And he's like, yeah, good luck finding me. And he rolls the window up, and the guy's like, aren't you worried that guy's going to come find you from your license plate and kick your ass? He's like, it's not my car. and it ends up being Rob Reiner's car, and he gets a job for Rob Reiner later. And Rob Reiner's at a stoplight later on in the movie, and that guy finds him and beats the shit out of him and puts him in the hospital. And he's like, I don't even know why. I never did nothing to this guy.
No, I haven't seen that. That's funny though.
It's a good
one. Where are the lewds? Where are the lewds? They're up my ass. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's so funny because this is where they tie him down because he just humps the crap out of everyone. That's the first thing he wakes up to too. Like he's like worried about his loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny scene. And then by some miracle, I made it home alive. Not a scratch on me or the car.
I love that too because they were talking about like, oh, these old ones, they're not doing anything. Maybe they're not potent anymore, so they just keep taking them.
Idiots. That's what you don't do.
What do you say? He had he said this in the boat or the yacht. He said, "I get the lewds. I will not die sober."
Yeah. He's like, what's the dude's name? What's Jonah Hill's character's name? Ronnie? Is it Ronnie or?
I could check real quick.
He's yelling at him. He's like, get the lewds.
Donnie.
He's like, Donnie, get the lewds. When the ship's there in the storm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then he calls it the I don't know how to say it. The pose. The next phase of taking the lewds when he takes these lewds.
Oh, I forgot the name of the phases.
Starts with a C. Cerebral phrase or. But basically, where he goes stiff, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny because when he drives the car, that's where I lose. In the theater, I can't stop laughing because he's just, hitting the paw. He's hitting the brake. He's going. And I was like, he only was 1 mile away, so he could get there,
Yeah.
And then what made me cry, when I cry from laughing, I gotta like step out, is when you see like the car messed up like this. And I was like, oh, this is too much, man.
Yeah, because you originally think that he made it home safe. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah, you made it seem that way.
It's a great scene. What I'm asking you, Swiss Dick, is are you going to fuck me over? I understand perfectly you are American shit.
Yeah.
I love this scene, man. It's crazy what he does just to save his money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck this shit, that cunt, cock, asshole.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe how these guys talk to each other. I was hooked within seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Around this time, if you guys believe this, I used to cuss a lot more, and I used to I was kind of an asshole. So this scene, I was dying because I was like, that's exactly how I would be. Like, fuck this shit, cunt, cock. Like, I was thinking, like, damn, I would love to work at that place too. That was right when I started sales, actually. That was probably one of the reasons. Yeah.
There you go.
I told my wife we were filming this, and she's like giving me some information about the movie itself, and was like, Jonah Hill holds the records for the most fucks in a movie.
Really?
Because of this, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's funny. And I would fuck that girl if she was my sister. I would let that girl give me fucking AIDS.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
He ain't lying.
Oh man, great scene. if you sell $10,000 worth of this stock, I'll
Oh,
personally give you a blowjob for free. And I hope he goes like, I hope it happens.
That scene was weird. I was thinking like, is this dude gay? Is that why he says I hope it happens, or is he saying I hope it happens because he wants the sale?
He wants the sale, man.
I don't know. The way he was talking to him, I was like, maybe he's like into dudes or something.
it's a little
it's
bit of
funny that
both.
you found this one, because I was thinking about it when I was watching. I was like, there's nothing that I would say. Like, there's nothing. There's no reason I would say this ever. So, because even the slight possibility that this happens,
You'll never forgive yourself.
yeah, I'll be like, what the hell? But yeah, that dude was an interesting guy. I like when they're all sitting there around him, like, and he's doing his first sale, and they're all like amazed with him. They're like, look at this guy, because they're all like, they don't know what the hell they're doing. He's a legit stockbroker, you know, from fucking Wall Street and everything. So they're all amazed by him on the phone.
Yeah, like he's coming to sell like 5,000 shares or something. Like
Even
his first day.
I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm in sales, but when you guys hear him on the phone, do you guys get like, damn, like, yeah, he's got it, like, you know what I mean? Like, it gets you pumped up when he's talking to the guy. He's like, you can make what does he say, on a mere $6,000 investment, you can make upwards of $60,000. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he has that charisma, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to get people sucked into
Yeah.
that stuff.
I was gonna ask you, Eddie, like I guess you already answered it though. Like this like wolf mentality, like did it get you?
100%.
Like, yeah,
100%. It's kind of like that. It's okay. It's not nowhere near like this company, but my company feels like this sometimes. Like, they all get very excited about sales. Like, you know, when he has the meetings and he's over this microphone, like trying to get them riled up and everything. They do get all excited at the sales meetings like that. It's not like all strippers and fucking cussing and all that. None of that is
It
real.
used
But
to
then
be. It
they
used to
do
be.
party hard. Like, but maybe it's because I sell alcohol. Like, there's a ton of like open bar parties, like, you know, drinking. Like, there is a lot of that. Not so like, it does feel similar. Like, there's something about it that feels like known to me or whatever. So that part's kind of interesting, actually.
So something I like to bring up is like I used to do Muay Thai and boxing, and they always told me like you have to kill the other person, go for the kill.
Jesus.
And every time I would hit somebody hard, like or hit them down, I'd go like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." Like I picked them up and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like hit you right there. I just saw it open and like I'm sorry." And my coach would come behind me and go like, "Don't do that anymore. Like you got
Don't apologize. I thought you were gonna say my coach would come behind me and be like, "Sweep the leg." No mercy.
I hit this guy hard in the liver one time and he went straight down and I almost felt like crying almost. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to like just hit me anywhere you want now. Do whatever you want. And then like I've never been in sales, but I just feel like I can never get into sales because I can't do this. Like I can't be the aggressive type or like the one with like, lying to people.
Yeah, it is a lot of like bullshitting. It is.
Yeah.
It's funny when his wife is talking to him about it, and she's like, "Don't you feel bad? Like, don't you like? Isn't there a way that you can make them money and make money at the same time?" And he's like playing it off to her, like, "Nah, it's they win some, they lose some, or like it is what it is." Like. The whole time I'm thinking it is pretty much how it is. Your whole objective is just to get the sale, pretty much. You don't give a fuck what happens after that.
different what's it called? Different people. I can't like I said, I can't do that. Like I don't know how you
Don't
do it.
worry.
Like
Because you realize that the people you're selling to are cunts too. So you're like, fuck them.
Jesus.
You never fought a guy when you were doing Muay Thai or whatever the fuck you're doing that like right before the fight he was like, look at this little guy, I'm gonna fuck him
all
up.
the
And
time.
then-
All the time.
Yeah, okay. Well then you don't mind hitting that guy in the liver. You're like, you fuck.
Still, no, man. I'm the different type, man. Like I fought
come on.
Marines, and when Marines came up to me, they were like you said, like, look at this piece of shit,
Yeah,
like this small.
yeah.
And my coach would be like, all right, Steve, you need to take this guy. Like, he's talking a lot of crap to all these people. You need to take this guy. And I was like, I don't want to, though.
You're like, I don't. Damn these hands! these hands are for destruction. And you fucking see.
Oh,
like-
man, yeah. I'd rather get hit than hit somebody. Like, I'll never do. I won't say I'll never do it again, but I just, I don't have that kill
You're
thing.
too nice. You're too nice, dude.
I know. He's like, I just hit you in the liver. Let me take you out for steak.
If you know, you know. Oh, that's the last picture I have for tonight, man.
Oh man.
That sucks. But yeah, man, I always do this at the end too, like score, final thoughts. You guys just could do 10 out of 10, you know, score to A, 5 out of 5, whatever you guys want. But what would you guys give this movie?
Man, I think it just maxes out. It is a 10. It's all those things that you just said. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, A plus. You know, I don't think this movie really has any flaws. Like, for a 3-hour movie, you are entertained the whole time.
30 hours, yep. Like I think I was telling you guys earlier, like I was listening to it at work. It took me 3 days to watch this movie. I've seen this a ton of times, but like this week it took me 3 days. I was laughing at work. I was like trying to watch it like during the breaks. I was trying to like watch it in the morning. Yeah, I have to give this another try. I like to watch it again and everything, but definitely recommend it. So you say 10 out of 10, Brenton?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so quotable.
It used to be one of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movies. It was probably my favorite. I don't know if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood took that spot, because I love that movie. But it's definitely top 3 of all time Leo's movies, for me anyway. Like, it's hilarious. You feel bad for him in the end when he like gets screwed over, even though he's an asshole and like he kind of deserves it. But you're kind of like, damn, like he's getting screwed over. He's losing his wife, losing everything. You're kind of like, damn. But yeah, it couldn't be any better. I mean, you know, it's not like I feel like nowadays people want like a story that has heart behind it or like a meaning. It's not one of those, but it's fucking hilarious, and it's a great movie. You know, that's why I'm glad that we had it back when we did, because I feel like we're gonna lose out on a lot of good stuff like that nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, there's this one scene I told you guys, like, I didn't want to bring. Well, I didn't tell you guys I didn't want to bring it up, but it's probably like a subject that's gonna get us. But
There's a
throwing
lot.
throwing
I only
that guy.
Oh yeah.
The dart
I only
practice
watched
guy.
like an hour worth of the movie before this, because I just didn't give myself enough time. But like, I was thinking like, it must be hard to do a review on this movie now, because like, what do you can't talk about half the parts. Even when we were talking about him and his his cousin and the kids, like, that's a hilarious scene. But nowadays you can't say shit like that. So,
Backstage, we'll say.
yeah.
Nah. So you give it a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10?
Yeah, it's top notch, man.
Top notch. Yeah, I agree with you guys. 10 out of 10. It's a long movie, and it's a movie that new movie watchers will probably appreciate, because you won't see this nowadays. You know?
Oh, you didn't? Was it you who have that clip, or is it on Collecting Weekly where they're like, we forgot to play that one of us, one of us?
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah, play that clip, dude.
Yeah,
That's iconic too.
I got that from Luke
Oh,
actually.
bro, hold on, we got some more shit we gotta talk about. Play the clip first.
One of us, Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us.
That's how it feels every time we get a new streamer on Tuesday or something. It's like, you're
Yeah,
part of it
right?
now. You're in the game, man. But when we were talking about his dad, we didn't bring up the funny shit with him and his dad. Him and his dad, the conversations they had in the office and shit, that was hilarious, dude. All of those conversations were hilarious.
Yeah,
His
I think
dad's
we were
getting
talking
all
about it
upset.
backstage. Yeah.
Yeah. His dad is in charge of like his finances or whatever, or or the company's finances, and he's always getting mad at all the money he's spending. And then like the other conversation they have in the office about women nowadays, and that's an iconic gif too, like that where he's like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
talking
that's
about
what
the girls. Yeah,
I was gonna make that the thumbnail actually.
yeah, that's an iconic gif too. That's funny, dude.
Hey, I know you gotta go by 9:30, but I wanted to ask you a question really quick. So, do you guys remember? I make clip it. So there's this one Galacticus part I want you to like hear. You say Galacticus twice. The second time you say it with an emphasis, right? Like I want to
yeah.
hear. Yeah, let me show it really quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Not Scar. He
Did a Metro.
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure he got destroyed because his son,
the-
the other son, not Scar, he was riding a piece of it and he was fighting Galacticus, and Galacticus ate his planet.
Galacticus?
Yeah,
So let me ask you a question.
Galactus.
Galacticus. There you go.
How many
You could let it go, Eddie. You could let it go. Let him talk. Let him tell the story.
Everybody's gonna let it go, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna let it go.
You know what I meant.
Isn't I
Galacticus.
refresh my memory here? Wasn't Rick Jones? Didn't Rick Jones become?
All right, Eddie. Why did you put like an emphasis on that?
Because I don't remember what this is from, but I remember some movie where they're like Spartacus, and he's like shouting. So that's what I thought of when he said. I was like Galacticus, like Spartacus, or whatever. I don't know if that's from Gladiator, or if it reminded me of like, fucking who's the dude when he's like, "This is Sparta," and he fucking kicks him.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it just sounded
Gerard
like
Butler.
a gladiator type of thing, you know? Like I was like Galacticus. It just sounds funny. But the funnier thing is everybody I'm
Yeah.
just used to CW. Everybody's so like either nice or just lets it slide. I was like, there ain't no way in fucking hell you're getting away with this slip, man. Galacticus. He sounds like, that was just too funny, man. That was too funny.
It's funny
Let
because
it
I was
slide.
showing her, and she was like, "You showed me 4 or 5 times already." And I was like, "Isn't it funny?" She's like, How? "She's like, isn't his name Galacticus?" I was like, "No,
No.
it's yeah.
Maybe that's what it was, that it was so close that people kind of just like
Galacticus."
let it slide. But I was like, what the fuck is Galacticus?
I was just letting it go. I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
The Pudgy
Man,
was
I'm
the
sorry.
best. He was like,
I'm
just
not
let him tell
Steve.
a story.
I'm not Steve. I'm not Pudgy. I'm not nice enough. I'm sorry.
He's gonna go for the kill, is what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah. Sweep the leg every time.
Oh no, man. So, got a couple minutes. Let me show one more. Well, the same clip, but I love this clip right here. Where are you? Where are you?
I'm on the phone.
I don't know, man. That scene made me laugh so hard because then after that, for some reason, he grabs some meat and bologna. He starts to like put it in his mouth, like he's hungry all of a sudden, and he's like, ugh! And he chokes for like 50 seconds. Like, I was like, oh yeah. And then Leo takes like cocaine to like to make it mock as spinach.
Yeah.
And he saves his life, and he goes like, "Ah!" He's King Kong or something. I was like, "Oh man." But yeah, man. Like, let me let you guys go before it gets later. But thanks again for joining. It's a hilarious movie, and I think we gotta keep doing comedies, man. More comedies. Like, if you guys mention or if you guys recommend another comedy, let's do it. You know.
I love Dazed and Confused. Like I watched that movie so much.
It's
Dazed and
been
Confused.
so long since I've seen it, so that would be.
I love that movie.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, so I probably check it out.
Oh man.
Okay, we'll do Dazed and Confused next. So if you guys want to join in the chat, let me know. And he says Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh,
That's
that'd be
funny.
a great one too. I love that movie. Shotgun to the dick.
Dumb and Dumber. But
Another good
Dazed and Confused.
All right.
You guys good with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys again, and yeah, Dazed and Confused is next, so we'll set it up for sometime next week or this weekend. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.